Hi, so today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, which is the body-mind connection. Now, it's such a huge topic with so many interesting bits of scientific research coming out, and there are so many opportunities for us to explore and exploit what's going on in this body-mind connection. But I'm going to try and just give you a taster of this today. So we have this habit of viewing the mind and body as being this supercomputer in our heads that tells everything else what to do. But that's just a fraction of what's actually going on. So the communication between body and mind is bidirectional. So yes, the brain does tell the body what to do, but also the body is constantly sending information to the brain. And now, interestingly, only 2% of those communications are via our nervous system. The other 98% are via the makeup of our blood, so our blood chemistry. So what's going on there is different parts, different glands and organs, some in the brain, some in the body, are producing neurotransmitters, peptides, hormones, etc. And that's all running through our blood and sending signals to other parts of the body, which the other parts of the body will then act on. So that's how it's all working. And that's what we're using when we use these body-based techniques to bring calm. And so it's just such a fascinating topic, and there are so many opportunities for us to use this. Now we've started using it with my top tips for instant calm. So some of the techniques in there are, based on this scientific theory around how the body and the brain work. But we've also explored it with the breath works that we've been doing. So that physiological sigh, for example, is a way of using the body to calm the mind. Now we can also use the body in mindful movement practices. So the breath work we've already done, mindfulness exercises. These influence both the state of mind and the body. And this is what, this is my passion, and this is the approach on which my Reboot from Burnout program is based on. Now, I wanted to give you a couple of other examples. So we've mostly explored the breath so far, but in your top tips for instant calm download that you got, you will also see that there's sternum tapping and humming. Now, these two are more about the vibration, using vibrations in the body. And in particular, we're trying to use vibration to affect the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is the main nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is often called our rest and digest state. So we've got our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight and flight. And then we've got the parasympathetic, which is rest and digest. So we can stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, so we can switch off our stress response and begin to calm down by activating the parasympathetic nervous system. And we do that by targeting the vagus nerve. Now the vagus nerve, the name vagus is linked to the term vagabond, vaga, which is about wandering, the wanderer. So this is the wandering nerve. I mean, really, it's not one nerve. There are two sides to the parasympathetic nervous system, the left and right vagus nerves. And then, in fact, it splits off into multiple other smaller nerves. And so really it's a system of many nerves. But anyway, we are activating the parasympathetic nervous system through those nerves of the vagus nerve. And we can do this in a couple of ways. Now, in the document that I've given you, I talk about sternum tapping and also about humming. So sternum tapping is where we can tap on the sternum. So the sternum is the breastbone where the ribs join at the center of the chest. And you can also just press there, create pressure there. So that's a great one for when you're on video. So you're actually pressing into the sternum, but when you go up close enough, then nobody can see what you're doing. So that's a great one. And it also doesn't make any noise or anything, unlike the sternum tapping or the humming. So obviously you'd have to be on mute to be able to use the humming. But again, what it's doing is it's creating a vibration against the vagus nerve, stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system to calm down. And this one, so both of these have been studied in scientific research papers. So yeah, give it a go. Either the sternum tapping, sternum pressure, or humming, and you can hum anything. So there are lots of humming and chanting based meditations that rely on the creation of vibrations in specific parts of the body. But really, to get humming working, you can be humming any song you like or nothing, just is creating a vibration, and if you do it for about 30 seconds or so, you'll begin to find the calm coming on. So there's a little taste of 5 minutes worth of my passion for this topic, and I hope you find those tips useful. Thank you.